All right, what's up, everybody? Special edition Sports and Debate Live with Felicia and Eddrick. Boy, you had some drama last night over at Chase, huh?
Ooh,
We
I'm
got to get
telling
into it.
you,
We
a
got to get into
mess.
it. We got to get into it. Sports and Debate, Felicia and Eddrick. You ready?
Ready?
Let's go. All right, here we are back again. And I knew I was going to get a text from you this morning after what happened last night. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
So, Sports and Debate, Felicia and Eddrick. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And man, what a night, huh? That was. I had now obviously I was watching the Niner game, so I wasn't really hip to what was going on until later on. But you were there, so why don't you set the scene about the earthquake that happened over at Chase last night?
Well, they had just acknowledged Draymond's son, DJ, and wished him a happy ninth birthday on the Jumbotron. Not long after, Draymond seen walking off. And my videographer thought maybe he was going to get on a bicycle or something. And then he never came back.
Hmm.
And so we were all in the presser, like, did you see the video? And so a young lady had showed me the video and she was trying to read Kerr's lips. And it was just, I was like, again. And the fact that he left and didn't come back. But Steve Kerr kind of eluded that he wouldn't have him back anyway, that he can't just come and go as he pleases. But this is, 14 years in, I believe, enough is enough. The fan base is tired. I'm sure Kerr's tired. And afterwards, it really didn't seem, someone had asked Draymond about their relationship, and he was kind of cold. He was lukewarm about it. He didn't say, that's my coach, that's my man, we're going to be fine. He didn't say anything like that. He was just like, well, we'll get through it. We always do, type of thing. And it's just unfortunate, your son's birthday, and then, your team is able to pull out and win. And I thought that was huge because it showed that, second game in a row, they won without you.
That's the key right there. Is that had they lost that game, I think it would have probably have been worse for him. But they went on a run without him. Second game in a row, like you said, because same thing happened against Phoenix, right? He got ejected against
Same
Phoenix.
thing. Yep.
And if you, I don't know if you read some of the press, but there were some stories out there about how look how Jimmy Butler and Steph played well together last night. Look how they were tag teaming and the 1-2 punch was there. He's expendable. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Let's call it what it is.
He's expendable, and maybe a change of scenery might be in order. But when you have situations like this, what kind of trade value do you really have? Who wants that on their team?
Yeah, and he's never had another coach. So you're not going to just be blowing up on other people like that. I mean,
does anybody know what it was actually specifically over? Because I know there was when you watch the highlights, they showed they cut highlights sometimes. You never know, but they showed him with the turnover, and then Kerr calls timeout. Because it was a neck and neck game up until that point, and Kerr calls a timeout, and then they then in the view of it was a fan. It wasn't even I don't even know if the cameras caught it. The what were they on sports in the NBC Bay Area last night? I'm trying to think where they were. Because I mean, sometimes I don't really listen to the commentary.
right.
I just watched the game, but yeah. So afterwards, or I guess,
well, I heard that it was. I heard that when he took the time out, I guess Draymond felt it shouldn't have been a timeout. or you could
Wow.
just tell that Steve Kerr was overwhelmed. First, they were going toe to toe, so much that Moses Moody tried to calm him down.
Shut up.
And then I don't know if you saw Jerry Stackhouse's face. He was just staring out into the abyss. Like, this, I can only imagine what they deal with in practice.
Right.
I can only imagine it's starting to make Jordan Poole not look like a bad guy after all.
Exactly. And I had you have some video which I will show in a second, but when he talked about who wants to be 15 and 15, well, they were actually 14 and 15 until you walked out. Now they're 15 and 15 because they won. So, it's one of those deals where, and the Bay, the Bay Area has some of the most patient and loyal fans. They will be they will rock with you until they won't.
Until they won't.
They won't. And then you got to get up out of here. So, it's interesting. Hey, what's up, Christy? We got Christy. Hello, welcome. So my question to you was, at the time it was going on, you're in the press box, and everybody's kind of was people starting to talk more about that and not the game, or how did that conversation go amongst you writers?
No, I didn't know until after the game that it happened.
Oh, wow.
We thought he was getting treatment or something.
When
we saw him run, we didn't see the interaction from where we were. And coming from our viewpoint, we probably wouldn't have been able to tell if it was an argument or not.
I see.
Because the guys were all standing. They would have all been standing up. And but as soon as I got into the presser, the young lady was like, did you hear? And I'm like, what? And everybody was mumbling. I mean, that was the first questions, the first 3 questions was about it with each person that came into the press conference. And, Steve Kerr, they're at 500 now, but, he took a lot of air out of the evening. And people are tired of covering up for him, I'm sure.
Yeah. And they also said it was, obviously we don't always go down this road, but I will. But the fans had sang happy birthday to his son, right? I mean, it was his son's, which was a great thing. And, that's what I mean about the Bay Area will show you love. And, there's, I would say, I don't never did a poll, but I would say Warrior fans are probably at best mixed on him right now. You can't always go by the comments because that's all negative anyway. But do you think this opens the door for?
Yes, I do.
For him to be up out of here?
You don't even have to finish. Yes, I do. Yeah. And I don't think anyone would be too sad about it. Well, I can't say everyone, but enough is enough. Yeah. I mean, there's a laundry list of things. Even the other night when he got kicked out, pushed that guy and called him a racial name. And I mean, what comes over you that you can be so charismatic when you're talking to him? He's so likable and knowledgeable. And then a light switch just goes on. It's like Dylan Brooks' issues are with other players.
Right.
And Lord knows I don't want to give him any credit.
No. And our guest has joined us, so I'm going to bring him on. Coming to the stage, the one and only, Mr. Jerry Dub. What's going on, man?
What's going on, family? I'm down in Atwater at my mama's house. So all
right on.
Okay, Atwater.
It's not me, it's her house.
Right on, man. Right on. So ardent Warriors fan. We was, Felicia was in the house last night. We were getting her perspective from inside the building. You a Warriors fan?
Absolutely.
Talk to me about what you felt when you saw the blow up last night.
Well, first of all, I didn't see it because I was watching my Niners game.
Same here.
And I was recording the Warriors game. So when I came to the Warriors game, they're already in the third quarter and making a run. So I just stayed right there and didn't watch from the replay like I usually do. But so I started hearing about it after the game and reading about it. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Saw the video clips and I'm like, oh, man, just, oh, come on, Dre. Come on, man. So I don't know. I just, you got to be tired of that stuff after a while. You have to, you know. We love him, appreciate him, respect him, all that, but you got to be tired of that. And he just had his kid, was giving his kid a big happy birthday and all like that. And so that's got to be embarrassing to the kid and to his family. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, I was talking to Felicia before you came on, and I said, you know, the Bay will show you love until they won't. And Felicia had answered. I had asked her the question. I'll ask you. Is it time for him to get up out of here? Is that it?
Probably. You know, I remember Bill Walsh used to say that every management, every player, it's about a 10 years after that they stop listening to you. So since Kerr's not going anywhere and Draymond doesn't have the value that he used to, yeah, it's time to go. But who would take him? You tell me. I was asking my brother this the other day. What would be a good team for Draymond Green to go play on? And again, everything I'm about to say the rest of this show, I'm not hating on that brother. I love Draymond Green.
No, not at all.
I'm glad he's on our team. But what team do you think could use him and could benefit from him?
I got one. Lakers.
Aren't they old enough already?
But you know, he'd have to go to a situation or established team like that where,
Right.
You know, I think him and LeBron, I think that, you know, that might be an option. Because anywhere he goes with, there's already chemistry on that team. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. You know, he's not going to go to OKC. He's not going to, right?
Yeah, the Pistons don't need him this year. They're 23-6 or 22, 23-6, something like that.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I was saying, yeah. No, 23-6. Yeah, no.
They are flying high. They definitely don't need him to come and mess up what they're doing. The Lakers, here's what I say about the Lakers. Doesn't it seem like LeBron's already checked out though this season?
Yeah. I think it's natural. I think Father Time has checked LeBron out. Yeah. I mean, you know, let's just call it what it is, because he missed so much time even getting up to this point. So he's really not in, you know, he missed training camp. He missed a whole bunch of stuff. But if I can't think of any other team, because I don't, and Felicia, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if they would go out of their way to put him on like a losing team or to put him in a situation where he's starting over or the team is rebuilding.
And you got young guys that are not going to take that. This generation's very sensitive. So it'll be, you know, like the Chris Paul effect.
Right.
Although they're an old team, the Clippers, a lot of these young guys are going to be like, don't come in here telling us, you know what to do. Old man, OG.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to your question, Jerry, you got to think about fan base too.
Yeah. I just want to, we'll come back to it later, but what happened to the Clippers, man? They just fell off a cliff 100 miles an hour. You know, so
they're like the Raiders. It just starts from the inside.
Come on, like the Raiders. The Raiders been like that a long time, Felicia. Come on now.
They had a stat about the Raiders that
talk about my team.
Allegiant Stadium is the most profitable stadium in the country. They have more events, more, you know, so the Davis family's lining his pockets, but the Raiders have won 2 home games in the last 2 years.
Wow.
So would they talk about stadiums and why they're so important and why Kansas City is about to bounce to Kansas? That's why, so they can get all that revenue. And football is the secondary sport. But coming back to the question at hand.
Yes.
His trade value is minimal, right? 34, 35-year-old, history of problems. Not a dynamic scorer, can't get you 19, 28 points, right? He's not going to do that. And fan base. He's not going to go to Indiana. Let's just call it what it is. He's not going to go
Not
to
gonna go
certain
to
places.
Boston.
He ain't going to Boston, right? So there's certain places he just can't go.
Mhm.
And
How about
wow,
Miami?
interesting.
He'd be rejoining Andrew Wiggins.
Well,
He
Wiggins
would.
might have to go somewhere for them to work him in. It might be one of them three-way trades or something like that. Because
Yeah,
you can't trade. He wouldn't want to stay. He wouldn't want to go to Milwaukee. That wouldn't
nah,
work.
nah.
But
We take Bam for sure.
yeah,
I
we'll
take Bam
take
in a
Bam,
heartbeat.
or we'll take Giannis. But you got to give up a few people to get Giannis.
Yeah. But Miami's interesting, but that would be a crazy conversation. That first conversation, him and Pat Riley.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think.
Oh boy.
Come here, you sit down. Let's talk.
Oh boy.
Because Pat Riley would not. I mean, nah. I mean, he would have this much leeway, man.
Yeah, he'd be on a short leash with him.
Yeah,
You're right.
What about Denver?
They're flying high too. They don't need him. They're flying high. They got Bruce Bowen back this year.
Yeah,
which affected their chemistry last year. They got rid of Michael Porter, who I see the Nets looking to trade him again already.
Yeah, already, man.
Because it doesn't do that many guys scoring 25 a game when you're winning every fifth game or something like that. But
yeah, it's a conundrum, man.
Yeah, Denver's got Jamal. They got.
But okay, but this game this out though. Most teams wouldn't trade him in the West. If I'm in the West, I'm not going to trade him in the West, right? I'm going to trade him to the East. So I don't know. I don't even know if they can trade him for. They're not going to get value because teams know when somebody knows you have to trade, you get a bag of basketballs. I mean, they're gonna hold you over because they know you're desperate to get out of his situation.
But that kind of goes back to my question of what is his real value, except to work with Steph Curry and at the time Klay Thompson. It's a perfect place for a guy like him. Perfect
leadership and the nucleus of a team.
And putting up triple singles, but it was a very effective triple single.
Yeah.
Nobody who is going to need him to come and fill that role is what we're saying. So,
yeah. Do you think that he? One, do you think he? Well, there's some rumors out there. I saw some reporting that he asked for a trade. And sometimes you don't know if that's true or not. That's may or may not be true. But I think he's smart enough to know he'd have to be in a perfect situation. And here's the other piece: if he's traded to certain teams, he's coming off the bench.
Yeah,
he's not going to start. There's a lot of teams that he wouldn't start for.
The Warriors.
What was that?
I'm hearing reports that he should come off the bench with the Warriors. I heard all these numbers. Jimmy Butler plays better without him or shoots better without him. So I don't know if he can handle it.
I think
it's time.
Oh, go ahead, Felicia.
I just think it's time.
Yeah.
And it comes to the end. And you think about now, Jerry, I don't know if you saw our show last week, but you think about what Steve Kerr was saying last week about Will Richard, that the only reason he wasn't playing him because he was a rookie. I don't know if you remember him saying that.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? No, this young man can help you win. It's not it goes back to the organization, and Draymond's situation is because of the organization has allowed it to get to this point.
Yep, that's right. They've given him too much of a leash. Oh, he's passionate. He's the heart and soul of the team. But I'm sure Steph is tired.
Well, two things can be equally true, as Ralph Barbieri used to say. You can be tired of him, and he can be passionate. He can be fiery. He can be trouble. He can be all of those things. And the Warriors needed him. And he's the only tough guy on their team. If and some people say he's not even a tough guy, but he's the only one. And but yeah, I just watch him sometimes. I'm like, Dre, just stop. The yelling and screaming at the refs like that. Just how can you get that? I mean, I obviously don't have the competitive spirit that he does because I'm not a professional athlete. But I don't know how he can just get so angry at the refs and
All
just
the
screaming,
time.
hollering at them, just
0 to 60.
call out their name and
All the time.
about a
All the
missed
time.
foul shot. Come on, bro.
And let's face it, the refs give him some leeway.
They're really good.
He gets away with a lot. Most of the time. There are some refs like they'll tee him up real quick and get him up out of there, like what happened in Phoenix the other night. But there are times, even last night, he was jawing at the referee, so they had to come grab him and pull him into the huddle because he was jawing at the ref. He kept saying, "Call the foul, call the foul." He kept saying it over and over and over. And they had great audio. They were like, somebody was right down there by the court. They had some wonderful audio.
Right.
But it's a problem. And right before you came on, we were talking that, they went on that run without him. That just makes it worse.
He showed you. I forgot that he was. But Kerr plays so many different players.
Right.
I didn't even notice that Draymond wasn't in the game because they were rolling. You used to see all. So it didn't feel like he wasn't. It wouldn't feel like when Steph or Jimmy will be out. You're waiting for them to come back. So I wasn't really waiting for Draymond to come back because they were rolling.
Yeah.
I love that Will Richards. I love that kid, man.
That kid
can play
basketball. He can play. Felicia, did Steph talk last night after the game? Did he come in the press room?
He did. And
did he say anything meaningful or
no? Steph's gonna give the he said about in a house and that he gonna leave it at that. They were trying, but you're not gonna budge him.
Right.
I know that on Gil's Arena, Swaggy P had talked about a fight between Kerr and Draymond in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of like, well, he wasn't bashing Draymond, but he was just talking about, the competitive spirit, I guess. I'm going to call it that.
Yeah, that was that legendary fight that was overheard by the reporter.
Lisa Salter.
Lisa Salter reported it.
Yes.
She could hear him screaming out the hallway. That was a legendary one.
Calling them MFs and I'll beat your A and all that. Yeah, I remember that. That was the first we heard of a run-in. It's probably were many more before that, but yeah.
And we talk all the time on this show about, we're not in the locker room per se. We're not at practice. We're not on the planes. So a lot of things, we just not privy to see. We just see either what's in the press room or what's out there on the floor. But to get to a situation like this, there has been a lot of tolerance. There's been a lot of sweeping things under the rug, of not addressing it in a meaningful way. I still think the year he punched Jordan Poole, if you recall, they suspended him, but they brought him back. But he didn't miss any games, because I was like, they should have suspended him and not allowed him to be in the ring ceremony. Right? I mean, that's my old manager days. Punishment is supposed to be a deterrent at some point. You give people rope, but it's supposed to deter the behavior. And obviously, whatever the punishment has been over the years has not even come close to deterring the behavior. So they have some internal disciplinary things that aren't happening. And I think for the young cats, they probably can't get away with what he does. Now, they haven't earned what he's earned, but what does this say to those young players who see this in practice every day, or he blows up at them or whatever? It's just not cool, man.
But look at Kuminga. He hasn't played most of the season. Healthy scratches, and I'm sure it's just because he probably is not going in the best frame of mind when he goes into practice, to say the least, because he doesn't want to be, because they don't want him there. But sitting down and being quiet, at least during the games. And so, you could never do that with Draymond. You could never do that with Draymond. That whole Jordan Poole thing was an absolute mess, too. And they still haven't figured out who released that tape, huh?
No.
What do you guys think about
keepings? Usually stuff like that will get out, but I've heard anything.
Yeah, it
Not a
could have
staff
been.
or nothing.
No, it could have been the organization. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
they videotape every practice.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, there's still there now. Again, there were some fans who jumped off at that point and said, I'm not rocking with him anymore. So I think you can stay on the goodwill of people for so long, and I think if the Bay Area really starts turning on him, and I don't know if he's ever been booed at Chase. It could be a situation
Not in my memory. No.
soon where you might start hearing smattering of boos. That happens. Fans are fans. And if he loses the fan base or the fans he has left, it's a wrap in the Bay. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
2016 was bad. He got that.
And I saw a stat where he has more turnovers and personal fouls than was it points this year? It was a stat where he had like 80 personal fouls and 70 something turnovers and maybe I don't know 70 something points or something like that. So again, your value to the team is diminishing, so you're not in a position to be that sort of disruptive force.
Yeah. Is this his contract?
No, I think he's got one. He signed a 4-year deal, so I think he's got one more year next year. Which in the NBA is like a bargain. It's like 26 million, which is a lot of money. But in the NBA, that's kind of a bargain.
Right.
Man is 35 years old, 35 and a half at this point. Like Kenyon Martin said, grow up. You're a grown man.
I just don't want it to end like Clay is mad at Lacob now, right? And that would pretty much got him out. And I don't want the whole thing to be everybody's mad, and it takes longer after everybody retires to come back to the ceremony, So after these guys all retire, 5 years after that, they should all get together, build a statue, the three of them, and maybe one for Andre Iguodala as well, and just celebrate what they brought to the Bay, man. Because I can remember going to Warriors games where I would go to an A's game that ended at 5, and then the Warriors were playing a day game on a Saturday. I walked across the court, bought me a ticket in the 4th row to the Warriors, and went and watched that game as well. I go way back with the Warriors, so all the joy. And we all love Bay Area sports. I'm probably Niners, Spurs, Giants. They're all the same. But the biggest joy I get is watching the Warriors play and Steph Curry go off. It's just nothing like it. And then I was telling my brother the other day, just think of how blessed we've been in the Bay Area to have the greatest at their position in football, baseball, and basketball. Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, arguably, Barry Bonds.
You know what? I'm Barry Bonds. Yes, of course. I'm going to say Ricky Henderson.
Ricky Henderson. Of course.
Come on, man. Come on. I got his pictures right up here on the wall, man. You can't see it. Ricky Henderson was that dude, man.
Yeah, he was. Willie May. These are the best who've ever done it in the sport, and we have them all right here in our lifetime. In our lifetime. Amazing.
Yeah. And championships, they won rings too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Jerry, like I said, man, when Felicia told me he was coming on, I got happy because I haven't talked to you in a while, so it's good to see you, bro. We haven't chopped it up. Felicia, I have I'm gonna play. I have a video. Felicia, you took some video yesterday, so let's listen to that real quick, and then come back to if you could find it. There it is.
I got a bone to pick with Miss Purcell.
We got drama on Sports in the Bay.
She told me 6:45. I come on at 6:42. You guys already talking, making me look bad. Come on, please.
No, that's not that we do that. We do our little bantering.
Right. Hold that thought. Here we go.
Hush.
Into the locker room. Yeah, we got into it obviously, and I took the time out just because I thought we lost our focus there a little bit, and so we had it out a little bit, and he made his decision to go back to the locker room to cool off, and that's all I'm going to say about it. It's everything is private, and I got nothing further to.
Would you? I mean, he took the stood over, and I just thought it was best that I got out. I don't think there was a situation where it was going to get better. So it was just best to remove myself. That's it.
What caused the argument?
Basketball. It's what we do. We
That's
play
Draymond's
basketball. It's
people
an
at work. They
emotional
don't want
game.
us to see that.
People lose their emotions sometimes. It happens. It is what it is.
Sometimes.
We've been at this now for a long time. So sometimes you
Not
with
working?
people for a long time. There's a level of comfort,
We move
and shit
forward.
happens. We move forward.
I mean, do you feel like this on your top?
And going back to the bench, I'm gonna be available for my teammates. I'm never gonna quit on my teammates. So, but it's also not my decision whether I go back in the game or not. But I thought I owed it to my teammates to be there and not never quitting on them. So, but it's no issue with me not going back in. I was quite stiff, to be honest. So it's probably better I didn't go back in.
Hello, Jim. You talk about
But he did quit on them.
He did.
Was he suggesting that it was his choice to go back and do the game or not? Was that what
No, he
was
said it wasn't his choice.
Okay, right.
Right. And I was stiff anyway, and I'm not gonna quit on my teammates. But you walked off, bro.
Right.
You did.
Yeah. It's Do you think he's embarrassed? Do you think he's embarrassed at all? Do you think he ever gets like, oh man, what?
So, because I could see him going home and shedding some tears about that, because that was embarrassing to have his kid right there too. That was embarrassing, man. And he knows he was wrong. And we all know, again, because we're Bay Area folks, we all know he's a good dude, man. We all know we love him. He's funny. He does a great little podcast on his own. He can be affable and nice and friendly. So I just think deep down inside, he said, that I might have gone over the edge that time. That might have been too much. Because he would have been a little bit more assertive and aggressive with his point of view. But I think that it would hurt.
We lost Jerry.
Atwater.
Yeah.
The Mama Atwater connection.
Yeah, we lost Mr. Dove. So
I thought it was me.
We'll get him back when he hopefully he'll pop back on. But yeah, so we are at the point where this could be the turning point. Looks like he's back.
End of the road.
Jerry's back, but I'm not seeing him yet. So as soon as we can see him, I will jump and let him back in. But meanwhile, they have a Christmas Day game coming up, right?
Yes. Clay is gonna be in town.
Oh, is it Dallas? Is that who they're playing?
Yes.
Jerry's back. Jerry, are you there, sir? I see you.
Yeah, I see your name.
But I'm gonna take him back until we have contact, till I see us moving. But yeah, so they have a Christmas Day game with one of 5 games, I think, on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah,
so,
loaded. Tip off is 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah. So and that's here, right?
Yeah.
Jerry,
I'll be over there.
There we go. Jerry may have stepped out a bit. But yeah, are you going on Christmas Day?
I am.
Okay. Good. We'll have some insight on what's
going on.
And
a Meg sighting. We'll be looking for Meg.
For who? That's right. My daughters would be.
Can you hear me?
Happy to see. Yeah, you're back now, man. I think we got you. Let's see. Test 2.
You look like you're frozen. There you go.
Freezing up a little bit.
Can you hear me? Oh, wow.
We can hear you.
Uh-oh.
I can hear you.
Got that Atwater connection.
What about you? Where's Eddrick then? He's not in that water. What's happening to him?
We were fine.
Yeah,
We
we're
cut off.
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, he's gone again. Meg the Stallion could be there. She
Oh, why
could be
would she
there.
not be with her man on Christmas unless she's preparing Christmas dinner?
Yeah. So that'll
And
be
but
interesting. That'll light up the Bay Area for sure.
oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I hope to see her. Hopefully, he'll pop the question.
Wow.
Oh, and it'll really be interesting to see if Steph wears his shoes. Because you know how Steph has been doing the little kicks campaign, free agency.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder
Wear Clay's
if,
shoes?
huh?
Wear whose shoes? Clay's?
Clay's.
Because he's Anta, right?
He's
Who's
Anta, but Steph has been wearing different people's shoes that represent their team. He's been doing shoot around. He wore Jimmy's shoes last night.
I think he wore Ant-Man's shoe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ant-Man said he had to sneak and take a picture, even though they're not supposed to have social media on the bench. He said he snuck and took a picture of Steph.
Yeah.
Of his shoes.
Yeah, Anta, I mean, they look pretty. I mean, they're not cheap. Because they're not a well-known brand. But they have some high-profile folks, and they're out of China, but they have some nice-looking shoes.
You talking about Anta?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, but yeah, so Christmas Day, possibly Meg the Stallion in the house. Felicia will be there covering it for Sports in the Bay, so we'll have some good intel and good insight.
What you mean? He's frozen again.
Jerry's frozen again. We got you, man. We got to get Jerry back on again. And there he is. Can you hear us now, sir? Because I gotta cut it a little short tonight, Felicia. Remember we were talking about well, a couple things. We didn't even get to the Niners, but they've been kind of rolling, so we know the Niners are where they need to be.
I can hear you the whole time. Yeah.
Niners are where they need to be. So as a Niner fan, I'm happy with where we are. We win all the way out. We take the number 1 seed. We never have to travel for the rest of the playoffs, and we play at home in the Super Bowl if we get there. So that could be historic. And shout out to they scored 48 points last night. I didn't see any reports on Kittle, so I didn't look. He left the game last night. I don't know if anybody heard. Did he? Because it was the non-contact. He just kind of went down, which is a little scary.
It might be an ankle.
Yeah.
It might be hot.
Brother.
Yeah. So, but shout out to the Niners. They're doing their thing, and let's just keep it rolling against Chicago.
Yeah.
Jerry, as you know, and Felicia, I do have a song of the week. We always have a song of the week, and I'm keeping in the spirit of Christmas. Got my ho 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 hoops Santa shirt on, so we know what time of the year it is. But this song is from now. This Christmas, Donny Hathaway. Everybody knows that song, right? 19,000 people there, but this brother.
All I Want for Christmas, Mariah Carey.
Exactly, but the way this brother did it, Timmy Maya. I don't know if you guys have heard of Timmy Maya. It's been around a while, but I really liked his interpretation. So I'm gonna play his version, about a minute of it. Timmy Maya, which is This Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's celebrate Christmas. Come on, this Christmas.
Yeah, I like the version. Voice.
Hang on the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
Timmy Maya this Christmas. Yeah, that's a good version. I like his version.
It's
I
smooth.
like it. Yeah, yeah. So like I say, 19,000 people have done that song. Jerry, I'm sure you know.
Have you heard? Donnie and Layla's version of it?
No, did they do one of those
Well, he did one of them
altered
Natalie
things?
Cole and Nat King. Yeah, a
Really?
couple years ago. Google
No, I haven't
Donnie
heard that.
Hathaway Christmas. You'll love it.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that. Oh, shout out to my man Dion Price. What's up, Dion? Author of Raised in Hell, star of Raised in Hell to Play. And it's got a new book out, and we got to get Dion back on too. So yeah, man, he's a Raider fan, so I'm feeling you. Sorry about that. But anyway, but yeah, that's the song of the day, Timmy Maya, this Christmas. And you know, we all just take it in and be thankful, and with family and hanging out and doing what we can just to make the world a better place. So
And eating.
and eating. That's right. Mel's in the kitchen already cooking up some stuff right now. I had some little sample of sweet potato pie before we came on already. So she's doing her thing. Jerry Dove, and so where can people find you, man? You know, we see you around all the time, and
well, I appreciate
man.
that. I got my show that comes on every Tuesday. We're on a winter hiatus right now, but I remember that song, which is IRTS Live. You can see it on YouTube every Tuesday at 7:00. Right now, like I say, we're on a hiatus until sometime in January. I forget if Colbert and all those guys doesn't take a break, and so can we. But go to our YouTube page at Eddie Levert, Zap, all kinds of different folks. And it's a great show. A lot of fun, music, laughter, education, conversation equals IRTS Live.
Nice.
And he makes the funniest TikTok videos with his wife, Sherry.
Yes.
Just some video trying to get people to pay attention, you know, what we're doing, having fun with that.
So original.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Felicia, Merry Christmas, Felicia. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
I really enjoy the show.
I appreciate you guys. Come on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everybody, and let's go.
Yeah,
Let's have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll be back next week ish. Next week ish, as we say at some point. But we'll be back. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Christy, always our number one fan. Thanks, guys. And Sports in the Bay, Felicia and Eddrick. Peace.